How is everyone? I hope, as always, that you're doing great, you're doing amazing, you're staying home, staying safe, and taking care of yourselves and your loved ones. Guys, so with this session, we have come to the end of the discussion of the textual questions, right? The questions given at the end of the chapter. Today in this session, we're going to discuss the NCERT solutions for the questions on page number 50 under discuss, question number 2 and question number 3. Now, before I actually move ahead, I quickly want to, for the people watching this maybe for the first time or who are not aware of what exactly is happening, let me quickly make sure that you understand what exactly is happening over here. So we have started with this very new exciting series of NCERT solutions. अगर आपको जब भी प्रॉब्लम हो, आप कभी भी आकर के NCERT के solutions की videos यहाँ पर देख सकते हो. The best way of doing it is you can always download these answers, you can always download these videos. These are very short videos addressing few questions one at a time so that you don't have to watch everything at a stretch, right? And also one thing that could be a possibility that may create a little bit of problem for you in understanding the questions is शायद आपने वीडियोस नहीं देखे हो चैप्टर के और इसलिए आपको ये क्वेश्चन या आंसर समझ ना आए. तो फटाफट से हमें क्या करना है, वापस जाना है उमंग सीरीज के लिए वेदांतु 9th and 10th के चैनल पे और वहां पे सारे वीडियोस फिनिश करने हैं ताकि these questions make sense for us, right? Okay, so let's move forward without any more delay. I'm your master teacher at Vedantu for Social Sciences, Ankana, and I hope that you're doing amazingly fine despite of this pandemic, guys. Okay, so the very first question, which is on page number 50, question number 2 on under discuss on page number 50 is discuss the Salt March to make clear why it was an effective symbol of resistance against colonialism. So मैंने आपको जैसे बताया है कि हमारा अप्रोच क्या है. वी आर नॉट जस्ट गोइंग टू लुक एट द आंसर डायरेक्टली, वी आर गोइंग टू लर्न टू डेवलप द स्किल ऑफ आंसर राइटिंग. हम सीखेंगे कि आंसर लिखते कैसे, कैसे क्वेश्चन को अप्रोच करना है, सोचना कैसे उस बारे में. करेक्ट. सो हाउ आर वी गोइंग टू अप्रोच दिस क्वेश्चन. तो मुझे पूछा है सॉल्ट मार्च के बारे में, फिर मुझसे ये पूछा जा रहा है कि कैसे ये एक रेजिस्टेंस का सिंबल बना अगेंस्ट दीज ब्रिटिशर्स, अगेंस्ट कॉलोनियलिज्म. So the very first thing that comes to my mind is what is Salt March, right? So सबसे पहले हमें kind of ये describe करना है कि Salt March है क्या, क्यों salt को चुना गया, what did it symbolize. अगर उसका पर्पस हम डिफाइन कर देंगे तो ये भी डिफाइन हो जाएगा कि कैसे वो रेजिस्टेंस की तरह एक्ट करी थी अगेंस्ट कॉलोनियलिज्म. करेक्ट. सो लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड विद द डिस्कशन. सो सबसे पहले हमें ये पता है कि गांधी जी ने एक लेटर लिखा था, आपको याद होगा, लॉर्ड अर्विन को, राइट? उन्होंने वो लेटर क्यों लिखा था? उन्होंने उस लेटर में अपने कुछ 11 कंडीशंस रखे थे, जिसमें से एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट कंडीशन ये था कि जो सॉल्ट टैक्स है वो हटा दिया जाना चाहिए, है ना? क्यों हटाने बोला था उन्होंने? क्योंकि उन्होंने सॉल्ट को एक बहुत पावरफुल सिंबल की तरह देखा. उन्होंने रियलाइज किया कि चाहे लोग गरीब हो, अमीर हो, किसी भी तरह के हो, एवरीबडी नीड्स सॉल्ट. इट इज वेरी वेरी एसेंशियल. That's why he decided to pick a symbol like salt which will unite the entire nation together. And then also the salt tax that was there and the monopoly that they had on manufacturing of salt showed कि कितने oppressive थे वो. ऑपरेशन का वर्स्ट फेस दिखा रही थी ये चीज. हाउएवर दे वर नॉट मे बी एक्सेप्टिंग दैट एंड दैट इज व्हाई गांधी जी सेड कि ये हटा दो भैया, नहीं तो नहीं चलेगा. इफ यू डोंट डू दिस वी आर गोइंग टू लॉन्च द सिविल डिसोबीडियंस मूवमेंट. नॉन कॉपरेशन तो पहले से चल रहा था, ऑल्दो वो विड्रॉ हो गया था, बट उसके बैकअप में क्या आने वाला था? सिविल डिसोबीडियंस मूवमेंट आने वाला था, राइट? सो इसलिए गांधी जी ने बोला कि उन्होंने और भी बहुत सारे कंडीशंस रखे थे गाइस, एंड ही मेड श्योर दैट दीज कंडीशंस address each and every segment and sector of the society, चाहे वो peasants हो, चाहे वो industrialists हो, चाहे वो tribals हो, हर एक के फेवर में. क्यों? ताकि सबको लगे कि हाँ सबका भला सोचा जा रहा है and everyone could become a part of this movement. बट इसलिए उन्होंने ये सोचा कि ये डिमांड्स तो अलग अलग है, पर सॉल्ट एक ऐसी चीज़ है जो हर एक इंसान की ज़रूरत है, तो उन्होंने इसलिए इसको पिक किया। प्लस दिस वाज द मोस्ट ऑप्रेसिव दैट द ब्रिटिशर्स कुड बी, इतनी बेसिक चीज़ पे वो इस तरह से टैक्स इम्पोज कर रहे थे, मोनोपोली लेकर के बैठे हुए थे। सो इसलिए उन्होंने इसको एज अ सिंबल चूज किया। एंड व्हेन लॉर्ड अर्विन डिड नॉट, लाइक द गवर्नमेंट इन जनरल showed some reluctance in waiving the tax off, he started his march, and he without any violence manufactured salt on his own which showed कि बिना violence के भी हम लोगों को resist कर सकते हैं, हम उनके oppression को resist कर सकते हैं, and that actually marked the beginning of civil disobedience movement. But ये सिर्फ इसी वजह से ज़रूरी नहीं था, it was also important because when he started marching, okay, when he started walking and he walked 240 miles, everywhere that he went, he was mobilizing the people. He was telling them that how can they oppose the government and their suppression and oppression without any violence. So he was making people aware, he was increasing his reach, he was reaching out to people and making them aware of his cause, and people were on and on joining his movement. So this is another reason why it was very important. Now let us look at the answer and see how these answers have been, the points have been framed, and this is how you can put it in your answer sheet in the examination. So Gandhiji thought that that salt was an effective symbol of resistance against colonialism because it was done in revolt against a commodity, salt, used by the rich and the poor alike. The tax on salt and the government monopoly over its production was a severely oppressive administrative move. By breaking the salt law, Indians showed that their intention of non-cooperation and broke the oppressive colonial law. It was also effective because Gandhiji met a large number of commoners during the march, and he taught them the true essence of Swaraj and non-violence, which not everyone was ready for, right? While doing this, Gandhiji set an example to the whole nation on how the oppressor could be confronted in a non-violent manner. This also led to the beginning of civil disobedience movement in 1930. So this is how we know that why the Salt March was so important. We get to understand the purpose of it, we get to understand the process of it, and we also get to understand what were the other things going on parallelly along with this. Which brings me to the next question. Imagine you're a woman participating in the civil disobedience movement. Explain what the experience meant to your life. Now guys, you will find a lot of such questions, and also this is a question under discuss, right? So it's not necessary that you will have a one way answer only. It's a very subjective question, it's a very open ended question. इसका response हर एक इंसान के लिए अलग अलग हो सकता है, ठीक है? तो हम इसमें क्या करेंगे? We are just going to look at what are the certain things, contributions of women in general at that time in the struggle of freedom. हम उसकी बेसिस पे we will pick points from there. वो points is what ma'am will discuss with you. आगे उन pointers को use करके अपना experience कैसे आप define करना चाहोगे वो आप लिख सकते हो, कि अगर आप उस टाइम के उस era के एक woman थे तो आप किस तरह से feel कर रहे थे, आपका participation किस तरह से था. We will just understand through the discussion कि लोग women का contribution क्या था उस टाइम पे, ठीक है? So women from every class were very participative, ठीक है? चाहे वो teachers हो, चाहे वो middle class women हो, tribals, peasants, हर जगह से women आ रही थी, and they were participating in every possible manner. वो किसी भी चीज़ से पीछे नहीं हट रही थी. They were not afraid of being imprisoned. There were a lot of women fighters who, I mean, like people who were offering resistance to the government who were imprisoned as well. Okay, so during this protest, they did their best and they boycotted. They were a part of the civil disobedience. They were a part of the NCM. They promoted the concept of Swaraj and Satyagraha. Okay, they were not being violent. At the same time, they were picketing the liquor shops, the shops which used to sell the produce of Britishers. They were giving up their titles, they were giving up their jobs if they had any, or they were giving up anything that was related to the Britishers in order to make sure that they are not cooperating with them. So these are certain contributions that we know that they were actively participating in the struggle of freedom, and through these contributions you can always frame the answer and describe your experience by saying that, yeah, as a woman I would have done this, and this is what I would have felt like. So you can pick and choose from these pointers. As I said, it's a free response. So these are a few hints that that makes us understand that how women had participated in the civil disobedience. So they participated in large numbers in this movement. Thousands of women came out of their homes to listen to Gandhiji. On Gandhiji's call, they began to see service to the nation as a sacred duty of women. They participated in the protest marches, manufactured salt, and they even picketed foreign cloth and liquor shops. Many were put to jail by the police. Therefore, their participation marked their symbolic presence in the movement. So this is what we understand from this question. These were the contributions of women. You can always define your contribution as a woman at that time, right? You can pick up your points from here. With this, we come to the end of the session. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm sure this video would have helped you. So इसी बात पे फटाफट से वो like button दबा करके subscribe कर लो, because this is not the end of nationalism in India. We are going to have more videos on the in-text question. As I told you, we are not only going to discuss the questions at the back of the chapters, at the end of the, of the end exercises which are there at the end of the chapter, but also the questions which are there throughout the chapter, the in-text questions. So that is the next video that you're gonna have. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Again, I'm reiterating that. Guys, stay home, stay safe, and take good care of yourself. I will see you again in the next session. Bye bye.